very first thing you're going to want to do if you want to try and get these masters is pick exactly which one and which order you want to get these guys in. And what I recommend you do is in your head have 3 in mind in which you want to get by the end of the promo. And the reason for this is to get yourself the 106 Steve Kerr, who is the Grandmaster. You're only going to need 3 of the 104s. So going through all of these guys, me personally, I want to start off by getting this Steve Novak, and make sure you're looking at this description. So he is the Sharpshooters Corner Shooter Master, and that will play a little bit of a role later on, but he's going to be the first master that I want to get. Then I maybe want to go ahead and try and get the Jerry West, and then finally a Derrick Rose. So that is my sort of order, as it were. I want to try and get myself the Corner Shooter Master, then the Deadeye Shooter Master, and then finally the Volume Shooter Master. Once you've got whatever 3 masters that you want to get in your head, you want to head over into the limited time events. This promo is out for a total of 7 days, and you can see each of the different categories do correspond to a specific master, and that's why it's key for you to pick exactly which masters you want to try and get. So the first master, like I said, was going to be that Novak for me. He is the Corner Shooter Master. So then I want to go ahead and play through the Corner Shooter Blitz over here. If I wanted to try and get some other masters, you can see the mid-range Shooter Blitz ones over there. You can see the Hot Zone ones. This one's going to be for that Jerry West, and then this one up here is going to be for that Derrick Rose. So each master has its own different section, as it were, and you want to play through as many events as possible. Each Blitz event, as you can see, is going to give yourself 100 of the specific points. This one's going to give me 100 Corner Shooter points every event, and it's also going to give me a pack. Now this pack guarantees myself 1 Sharpshooter token, a 5% chance of getting a player from this specific section, and also a 10% chance of getting a Corner Expert token and a mid-range shooter token. We'll go into the tokens later because those are in the sets, but the main thing you're getting from this pack is that Sharpshooter token and a chance of getting a player, because the more players you get from these packs, the more you're going to be able to go through the set and go through them a little bit quicker. But you're going to want to play through all of these 20 Blitz events every single day, and they do cost 75 stamina a piece, so that's 1.5k stamina for every single section. And then if I got any stamina left over, I would then go over and try and play through the second master event. That's why it's key to have that idea in mind, because once you're done and you've got your first master, then you want to try and solely focus on your second master. Once you got that one, solely focus on your third master, and it works through that throughout the day. So if I had gone ahead and played through all of these 20 events, I would then go over and play through all 20 of these ones, and then all 20 of those ones if I had the stamina to do so. Obviously that's going to cost a massive amount of stamina. In total that would be 4,500 to play through all 3 different sections. So just play through as much as you can. The more you play through, the further you will hopefully get with this promo. You notice to the side of these events there are locked ones. There's one at 6,000, 12,000, 18,000 and 24,000. Now this is going to be exactly the same for all the other different sections, but you can see as I play through one event, I've got myself 100 of these Corner Shooter points, and that will add up in those milestones. You'll get yourself player packs with a chance of getting some extra tokens to help yourself out in the set. You also get some extra Sharpshooter tokens as well, and at the coin ones you can see at 6,000, 12,000, 18,000 and 24,000, that's when you're unlocking these extra events, and these ones are going to give you the players guaranteed. So this one's going to give me a guaranteed 94 overall Sharpshooter player and a random one anywhere between 93 and 97 plus 2 extra tokens. The next one's going to give me a guaranteed 95 overall player. The third one's going to give me a guaranteed 96 overall player, and that final one over here is going to give me a guaranteed 97 overall player. Now obviously because this promo is out for 5 days, you're not going to get to the end of the milestones, because if you think about it, each event's giving you 100 points, 20 of them a day, that's 2,000 points every single day. So you are kind of relying a little bit on luck with trying to get some of the guys that you need in the set. I'll show you exactly what you get from this pack. I've saved the pack to my bench, so we do have a 5% chance of getting a player with guaranteed 1 token, and that's exactly what we got. We got one of these Sharpshooter tokens, and before we go on into the sets, we'll take a quick look at the store, because there's a very important pack which you can buy for coins, and it's this one over here. It's 10k coins for 4 Sharpshooter tokens and 1 Live Today trophy. This is going to be extremely useful in helping yourself out in the sets. You can buy 10 of them a day. It is going to drain your coins a little bit, because if you think about it, that's 100k every single day. Times that by the 5 days the promo is out, that's 500k you're spending already on this promo. So a lot of people might not have that amount of coins. If you do, it is something you want to spend your coins on, then by all means go ahead and spend through, because it is going to help you a lot in the set. You can go ahead and just buy all 10 packs every single day, because those will equate to 2 players in total if you buy all 10 packs. There's an offer underneath it for 50 credits, or you can watch an ad for 2 every single time, and you can do that 5 times every single day. 250 NBA cash for 6 extra tokens and 3 Live Today trophies, and then also 500 NBA cash for a player pack over there. That will help you out in the set, and we'll take a look at them right now. So once I got all of those tokens, there are 2 packs you can get with these tokens. There's this one over here, which is 20 tokens for a 93 to 97 overall player, but I don't recommend you do this one. I recommend you mainly focus on this set over here. Now, this is dependent on whether you have those live today trophies, but as I said, you can get them through the store through that pack. I'll go on to another way you can possibly get these live today trophies, but the main reason of doing this pack over here is if I claim it up, it's going to give me a select pack. It's going to give me a total of 5 players, one from each different section. You can see all of these guys over here. Each one is from a different section. This one's from the Deadeye Shooter one, this one is from the Hot Zone one, and you just go through and pick the one which matches with the player that you're trying to get. And for me, it's going to be this Shane Battier, because I want to try and get the corner shooter player, which is going to be the Novak, which I wanted to get at the beginning. So you're picking the guy corresponds to the section of the player that you want to get at the end of this promo. Once I've got that player, there are 4 things I can do. I can stick them in here. 2 of them gets myself another one of those select packs to pick the ones that I do actually need. You can exchange 5 of the players for extra tokens, or you can go ahead and put them in these sets. And this is what I recommend you do. You put them in these sets, you fill them up as much as I can. If I got another Shane Battier card, and obviously he wouldn't fit into this set. This set requires 93 to 97 overall players from each different section. So you can see 193, 194, 195, 196, and 197. This one's going to be different to, say, the Hot Zone Shooter one over here. It's going to be different to the Volume Shooter one. Each master has their own separate one. And you can see you're going to get yourself 15 of 2 types of tokens. And those 2 types of tokens can be used in the master set. So I'm obviously going to go for that Novak starting off. So if we go over to his set, I need those 2 types of tokens that you'll get from that exchange set. Obviously, the exchange set's giving me 15. I will try and get 5 more from either the events or from those extra milestone packs along the way. That'll get me my 20 and then 15 random players. And going back to, if I did get another duplicate of Shane Battier, I would then go ahead and stick him in this set over here to try and fill up that 15 random players to try and get myself a Novak. Because you want to do the exchange sets first, obviously you need the specific players, whereas these ones you just need those general 93 to 97 overall players. Each master has their own different set requiring different types of tokens, and all of them do require 15 extra players. We'll skip this middle set over here and we'll go on to the final one, which is of course exchanging 3 104s for your playstyle select 106 Steve Kerr. You can't actually take a look at some of his stats at the moment. You can just see him through the homepage, and he is a shooting guard, and he's giving out an elite shooting boost to team, which is going to be really, really useful. And of course, you just need 3 of these 104s. That's why at the beginning of the video, I asked you to think of 3 that you want to try and get, because that's all you need to be able to get yourself the Steve Kerr at the end of the promo. Now, it does say on the info that you are meant to get all of your players back, but if you go back a set to this one over here, this one's a little bit interesting. I don't know exactly how this is meant to work, but it's a Sharpshooters Master Return set. When you press the info, it says turn in the Sharpshooters Master Return token, earn from the Grandmaster set to get your masters back. Well, I'm not quite sure if you exchange your 104s, you will get Steve Kerr and those 104s you exchange back, or whether you'll just get the Steve Kerr and also one of these Sharpshooter Master Return tokens to then stick in here and claim your 3 masters back. But what's interesting is on this set, on the pack, it's showing you the guys who are actually the store masters. So I'm wondering if you could potentially pick not just from these 104s, but also from these store guys over here. I guess we'll have to find out. If I do sort of find out, and then I will put it in the pinned comment down below. So make sure you're checking back to check that out if you want any further updates. As I said, I don't know exactly what this is for. Obviously, the main way of doing this promo is getting through these live today trophies. Now, there is that pack in the store to get those tokens, but there isn't really a main way of doing it. I've got a couple saved up from a previous iteration of the same promo format as this one. That's why I have a couple left over. But the only way you can really get some extra ones is actually going ahead into your objective section over here, go down to live today, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you can see you get yourself these live today trophies for completing the Coin Blitz event. But unfortunately, the Coin Blitz event does cost stamina. In total, I think it's 40 stamina every single event. And if you play 10 of them, that's obviously going to be 400 stamina when you'd rather spend your stamina on this main promo at the moment. If I did have 20 tokens and no live today trophies, there is an offer to buy it out with cash, which you might be able to do if you have the NBA cash, which you can potentially get no money spent. It might not help you in the long run. So then if you don't have the live today trophies, just stick them in this set and hope that you get lucky with your 93 to 97 overall players. I don't really recommend you do this set over here. I think it's a little bit pointless. And of course, this one over here is only if you've got a really, really large amount of players and you don't have enough tokens to maybe get one of the masters. So in terms of what you can get no money spent, it is possible to get Steve Kerr no money spent, but it is going to take a ton of grinding. Obviously, the last time we had this promo format, it was again 7 days, and that was with the Larry Bird from the NBA Historic Awards promo. A lot of people didn't get him no money spent, but some people did manage to get him no money spent, and he was an insane card. So I do think just based off of that, you can potentially get the Steve Kerr no money spent, but as I said, it's going to take a ton of grinding, a little bit of luck maybe here and there, to get the guy, because obviously you're going to have to spend through a ton of stamina to try and get the player. Make sure you're watching your adverts. I've done a whole separate video on how you can get tons of stamina in NBA Live Mobile Season 6, and I really do recommend you go check out the video. It'll be in the bottom left hand corner. Go press on that to find out how you can get tons of stamina to help yourself out with the promo and potentially get that 106 Steve Kerr completely no money spent. So go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.